You want to get Iridescent ASAP, but you're not really sure how to. You get tons of blood points, yet you don't even pip. You want that juicy 1 million blood points on reset day, or that Steam achievement? Well, once again,
I got you, fam!
Before we start, I would like to point out that there's no correlation between the amount of blood points you get at the end of a game and the amount of pips you receive. You can get a lot of blood points but no pip, yet you can get a pip with only 15k blood points. It's the quality of your emblems that will be the deciding factor for the amount of pips you get. There are 4 of them and they all weigh the same. Also, I would quickly like to add that your rank does not affect your matchmaking at all, only your hidden MMR does. I'll show you the best way to get double pips, and it is so much easier once you know what to work for. So here's a table from DBD's wiki that shows you how many points each emblem gives. Iridescent gives 4 points, so you can get 16 points at best. Now, depending on the rank you're in, you will have different pipping conditions. From Ash to Bronze, you need at least 14 points out of 16 to get a double pip, which means you need 2 Iridescent emblems and 2 Gold emblems. From Silver to Gold, the threshold is set at 15, which means you need 3 Iridescent and 1 Gold emblem. And finally, in Iridescent, which is the highest rank, you need the maximum amount of points, which is 16. So here, in this case, you must get 4 Iridescent emblems to double pip. Alright, let's check out the categories and I'll tell you how to min-max them. The first emblem is Gatekeeper, which used to be Deviousness in the past. It is pretty much the equivalent of Lightbringer for survivors, but instead of repairing the gens, you're meant to stop their progress. To get Iridescent in this category, you need a total of 35 points. And how do the points get counted? Well, every minute that goes by, you get points for each gen that has not yet been repaired. And the key element about this emblem is that only the first 9 minutes of the match count. Your points will be counted and tracked for every minute that goes by within the first 9 minutes. Let's say you have 4 gens left, you get 4 points per minute. If you have 3 gens left, you get 3 points per minute, and so on. On top of that, you also get 10 points if you manage to get the exit gates to remain closed. So, if you make sure that the exit gates remain closed, you only need 25 points from gens. Let's say that you can manage to keep 3 gens for 9 minutes. That is 27, 27 plus 10, 37. Here you go, here is your Iridescent emblem. Also note that hatch escapes do not count, so don't worry about them. Next emblem is Devout, which used to be Sacrifice. This category basically represents your ability to sacrifice and hook survivors. You need 10 points in total to get Iridescent. Now what you need to do to get to those 10 points is basically hook all survivors once, that gives you 1 point. Get over 9 hooks, that also gives you 1 point. And then get 4 sacrifices, because each sacrifice gives you 2 points. More is included and DC is included. If a survivor disconnects, do not worry, it still counts as if you kill them. However, make sure you avoid slugging, as it's not easy to pull off if other survivors are still alive, but mostly it grants you no points. Do not let survivors bleed out. Make sure you get those hooks, and also do not rush to kill them with Devourer Hook, for example. Alright, then we have Malicious, which used to be Brutality. This one's pretty chill, you don't really need to think about it. It weighs your ability to apply pressure on the survivors and to stop them from performing altruistic actions, such as healing. Like Devout, this emblem gives you points for hooks, but it also gives you points for hitting survivors, preventing them from healing, and interrupting them. You need 36 points for the Iridescent emblem. You get 1 point per hit on survivors and 2 points each time a survivor reaches a new hook stage. Okay, here is the maths. Technically, if you hook a survivor 3 times, you would have to hit them 6 times, right? If you multiply that by 4, that would be 24 hits and 8 hook stages, which gives you 40 points. Now, you only need 36 points for the Iridescent emblem, but you need to keep in mind that survivors will heal. Every time survivors fully heal, you lose 1 point. Finally, the last emblem is Chaser, which used to be Hunter. With this emblem, you need to get good chases. That's basically it. You need 2,550 points for the Iridescent emblem, and I know it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. You get 5 points just for starting a chase, then you get 55 points for hitting the survivor. That may seem like a little amount of points, but it is because most of your points will actually come from the amount of time your chase lasts. The shorter the chase, the more points you get, so you want to down the survivors ASAP. For example, if the chase is shorter than 15 seconds, you get 90 points per second. If the chase lasted up to 30 seconds, you get 60 points per second. I'm gonna give you a concrete example if you're a bit confused. Let's say you chase a survivor for 8 seconds. The chase points will be counted 5 seconds after the chase ended. Your chase was under 15 seconds, which gives you 90 points per second. 90 times 8, you already get 720 points just for that chase. Finally, keep in mind that you get penalized for staying too close to the hooked survivors. After 10 seconds of hooking a survivor, you start losing points for each second spent in a 60-meter range. So if you want to be a Boba Face camper, you're not getting those pips. To finish this video, I'm gonna give you some perks that will help you get the most out of those emblems. To put pressure on the map from the start, corrupt intervention is great as it stops survivors from doing the gens too quickly. Keep in mind, however, that it stops working as soon as you down someone, so don't use it if you think that you can secure it down really early on. In this case, Little Poster is a good alternative as it allows you to see all the survivors at the start of the trial and can almost guarantee a chase. If you do use Little Poster, I recommend you use it with another vision perk or aura reading perk, like barbecue and chili for example. Then, to prevent the gens from being done too quickly, I recommend Jolt or Pain Resonance. It is very meta at the moment. Now, to counter the survivor's healing, you can use Nurse's Calling as it shows you the survivor's healing around you. Finally, if you're struggling with chases and looping, I recommend you use Armor Ears. It's a Ghostface perk and it allows you to see the auras of the survivors after they've fast vaulted. It really helps. Anyways, those are just recommendations. Each killer has perks that work better with their kits, but regardless, those perks are really strong at the moment, so feel free to try them out. Alrighty, I hope this was helpful. I've also posted a video on how to double pip as a survivor, so be sure to check it out if you haven't yet. And let me know if you need any killer or survivor tips or build recommendations. You know, anything. Alright, take care.